Few people are adept at the art of flirting. When flirting is done right, it backfires, but no one is harmed. Either the flirt or the recipient may suffer an emotional setback or have their ego damaged. Girls are extremely perceptive and have a quicker memory for intent than we might think. Every guy is worried about how to flirt with a girl. They want to stay out of trouble and avoid turning girls away by acting inappropriately. Flirting. What is it? Coquetry, another name for flirting, is the act of expressing interest in another person through written or spoken contact. It can be a playful gesture or an indication of interest in a committed relationship. It is advisable to obtain approval from the other person before making any physical contact. Why is flirting such a big deal? Flirting is exciting and kind when done with the right intentions. Flirting, to put it simply, is communication. It matters because it facilitates the development of a relationship between two people. Flirting facilitates the initiation of a relationship since it creates emotional and sexual tension between them. What makes learning how to flirt with girls important then? People will inevitably keep their feelings to themselves if flirtation is discouraged. Additionally, flirting enables people to comprehend the emotions of others. Understanding what works and what doesn't for someone through flirting might help lay the foundation for upcoming relationships. Here are suggestions for flirting with a female in person. You can frequently believe, "I'm not good at flirting." When it comes to text flirtation, the majority of males make blunders. They still act foolish, adhere to antiquated customs, and make a fool of themselves. It's art to flirt. Let's take a brief look at how to approach a girl in person with a flirtatious gesture without being foolish and pushing her away. Avoid being corny. Many guys may adhere to the long-standing custom of being cheesy. They could think that if they tried to charm girls with corny lines, they would be successful. All right, no. Act normal and authentic while striking up a conversation with a girl. Only sincere dialogue gets very far. Fake people pass away too soon. Make a gentlemanly approach to her. Many people may believe that honorable gentlemen or few people are adept at the art of flirting. When flirting is done right, it backfires, but no one is harmed. Either the flirt or the recipient may suffer an emotional setback or have their ego damaged. Girls tend to be highly perceptive and may attempt to ascertain the intentions of others more quickly than we may think. Every guy is worried about how to flirt with a girl. They don't want to provoke problems or push girls away by acting inappropriately. Avoid becoming dependable. The best advice to follow when attempting to flirt with a female is to don't be predictable. It's really dull to be predictable. She needs to be persuaded to carry on the conversation with you. You will not benefit yourself in the slightest by writing a document that is brief and predictable. Talking to her in a way that would provoke thought is the only way to prevent this. She would appreciate the talk in this way. Steer clear of seriousness. Ways to make a female feel at ease. Steer clear of seriousness is one way to respond. The last thing you want to do when you're flirting is broach serious subjects that can turn her off. Thus, make jokes, discuss trivial subjects, and avoid delving into witty issues. Lighten her mood if she shares anything with you. She would adore it, and undoubtedly keep you in mind for months to come. Steer clear of illogical or unclear references. Making references is a natural occurrence. When we converse with friends or people who share our interests in daily life, we frequently do this. But according to the guidelines on how to flirt with a girl, this is a strict no-no. You don't want to make any references that could confound her seem smart or superior. She wants to speak with you just when she is at ease. She will go as soon as she begins to receive recommendations that don't make sense to her. That is definitely not what you want to happen, do you? Make them focus on your lips. Although it may seem like a small suggestion, consider it one of the most crucial advice pieces on flirting with a female. Make sure your lips are always hydrated, and use lip balm to catch their attention before you notice them coming. Nothing is more pleasing than well-maintained lips. Thus, the more beautiful your lips appear, the more desirable you will appear to them. Inquire quietly if she is seeing someone. Not every girl is transparent about her private life. some would rather keep it under wraps and won't divulge information to the majority of people. It's important to avoid jumping to conclusions and asking a shy girl personal questions right away if you want to know how to flirt with her. She would undoubtedly avoid you if she felt upset, so gently inquire as to if she is seeing someone. Consider this to be among the most crucial flirting advice pieces. Listen to her instead of simply talking. For most males, this is a prevalent shortcoming. They often share things, but they nod off when others are speaking. This is only applicable if you're trying to find a more effective way to flirt with a girl. You want her to know that you're among the select few men who have excellent listening skills. You want her to provide information to you. Thus, pay attention to her while she speaks. Recall that the way you express yourself in your text will determine how you feel. On this, she would judge you. Run into them. When you two are together in a crowded area, accidentally bump into each other. Once you've both regained your equilibrium, give them a compliment by saying something like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I stumble when I see someone as attractive as you." Display it occasionally. It's crucial to occasionally be more overt when flirting with someone. Occasionally, show it to them. Communicate directly with them or allow them to see you staring at them. Alternatively, you might write them a cutesy message. Since we are in the digital age, let's take a look at how to flirt with a girlfriend via SMS. These texts require skilled sense, particularly when you are getting to know someone. You have to maintain their interest. How can I text a female to flirt? If you're thinking about making small talk with women, consider the following advice. Don't get started quickly. Establish the conversation's pace at all times. Abruptly striking up a conversation is like storming into someone's home without knocking. Should you behave in such a way, they will immediately block you. Let go. This is the ideal approach if you're wondering how to flirt with a female via the internet. The language you use to communicate your emotions through text matters. They may behave favorably toward you or not. So make sure you're acting appropriately and aren't pressuring her to talk. That's one of those flirtatious strategies that backfires because it makes her dislike you. Opening up allows the other person to get to know you better and feel more connected to you, which is why it's crucial for the relationship to be healthy, even in couples therapy. Use emoticons sensibly. Texting has been greatly simplified by emojis. It is often used by people to simply communicate their feelings and emotions. Thus, be sure to utilize it to its fullest. When seeking advice on how to flirt with a girl, most individuals overlook the fact that texting has changed over time and continues to do so. GIFs and emojis can now be strategically added to texts to improve clarity and flow of communication. Since this is one of the greatest techniques to flirt with girls or women, apply it frequently. Avoid sending her inappropriate texts. Sending an SMS and pretending it got through error or was intended for someone else is a common practice. But nowadays, this sounds incorrect. So cross it off your list if you're looking for tips on how to flirt with girls. Never mistext her again. Don't waste time answering your text. Women enjoy it when guys respond to them quickly. This demonstrates that they are paying them attention. Thus, responding to a girl's texts promptly is one approach to flirt with her. Prolonged delays will give the wrong impression, and things may not work out. Highlight her virtues. One of the finest methods to flirt with a female over text without coming across as blatant is to compliment her. It only demonstrates your regard for a girl's standards and ideals when you compliment her on her character. Beyond the sight, compliments have a much greater impact, particularly when they are sent in written form through flirtatious texts. So what are your thoughts on this? Tell us in the comment below. If you want to watch more video like this, then do subscribe to our channel now. Thanks for watching.